Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom, and in this video we're going to take a look at the latest for Starfield. The next big Xbox game, probably the biggest game Xbox has released in a very long time. It's very highly anticipated too. I'm personally really looking forward to it. It is tentatively, I'm going to say... Actually that's a lie, because I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 and every day I'm just wowed by how amazing Baldur's Gate 3 is. It's my second favourite game I'm looking forward to, but that doesn't take anything away from it. I do enjoy a Bethesda game. I enjoy Fallout more than I enjoy Elder Scrolls, and I think that Starfield is going to be the nice blend of everything I love about Bethesda in a universe that I just fall in love with. I'm hoping that this brand new IP delivers. I'm tentatively hyped. It's a Bethesda game. There's going to be bugs, there's going to be issues, but the more that I hear, the more that I'm excited for. Hopefully today is going to be no different as we take a look at the Starfield footage from Xbox Gamescom 2023. Let's just jump straight in. I will give my reaction over the top of it. We may pause it. I don't think it's about 20 minutes this segment, I think. So I'm probably not going to go over it a couple of times. This is my complete initial reaction. Haven't watched this yet. I wanted to do this live or pre-recorded, but this is a live reaction of what we get to see, and hopefully Todd has brought some fancy things for us.
Thanks, Todd, so much for joining us. We're here at the Starfield Theatre. What are fans expecting to see?
We're actually showing
He always seems like he's smiling.
the beginning of the game here. It's kind of edited down, but they get to see how it starts.
I don't want to see that.
And then they're off on adventure.
Yeah, brilliant. I've seen some of the reactions
It's
of
pretty
people
cool.
coming out, and it's like
it?
everyone looks super excited.
All right, good.
Can't wait to see. Also, how's it back home? How are the team holding up with this close to launch?
This is it's tight time. I mean, the game's pretty much done. We're doing a
Tight
couple
time,
of final
not Todd
tweaks.
time,
There's
tight time.
a lot of things that go into a game of this scale actually
That
launching.
looks cool.
But super excited. You know, we love the game. We put so much into it.
I would love to go to a
everybody out
Gamescom
there
at some
loves it
point.
as well.
I know everyone's super excited, and being here at
Just
Gamescom, what
the
goes
atmosphere,
into the
I think, would be
preparation
amazing.
for yourselves and like the team at Xbox.
Well, you look at this booth, I mean, I don't know, you're asking the wrong person. I look at this and it's just incredible, the scale of everything. I don't think the camera can capture it. I'm kind of blown away.
That's cool.
For us, we put a video together. It gets a little bit easier to make videos when the game is just about to come out because things are done.
Yeah.
So honestly, our part was easy, super exciting to be here and see the excitement from the fans. It means a lot to us.
What are they playing
And
there?
you mentioned like the
Armored
booth
Core
here
6?
is massive, but Starfield itself is one of the largest game undertakings that we've ever seen. What are fans going to expect?
That's
when they get their
cosplay.
hands
That's
on the game?
amazing.
Well, I think, if they played our previous games where you can kind of make the character you want and go do what you want, it's hard to express how big the game feels when you play it. Like, well, there's a
No
planet,
Man's
I can
Skyrim.
really land anywhere.
That
and
captures
it is
it
a game, even I
perfectly.
will admit, that the kind of, you sit down, you're like, oh, I'll play for a half hour, and then 3 hours go by, and you're like, what? It's just, I like
That's
to
what
say
we love
the
about
more
Bethesda
that you
games.
give to Starfield, the more you put into it, the more it gives back.
Yeah, like I'm personally
Okay.
super excited to get my hands on it. Also, I'm going to go
Early
and
access on the
experience
31st. I thought it was the
myself.
1st.
Hopefully security
I'll be
lets
playing
me,
it over on
but
Todd
thanks
Plays
so much for
Games from
joining
the
us.
6th of
Thanks for having
September.
me. I just hope everybody loves the game.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
I think it's going to be great, regardless of what state it ships
I'm so
in.
excited to be joining you here at Gamescom with the rest of the Xbox On team. But while Benny's trying to dodge that security at the Starfield Theatre experience, we've actually got our very first giveaway. So why don't you guys type !day1 in Twitch chat for a chance to win a whole month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. But joining me right now is Bethesda's very own Pete
Okay,
Hines.
there is a reason
Talk
why
about
you're-
more Starfield. Pete, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Pete
How are you?
seems pretty
I'm
cool
great.
as
It must
well.
feel good to be back at
I'd love to
Gamescom
buy
as well.
Pete a beer.
It is. This is a show I've been to a lot of times and over the years, and it's always a great crowd. It's honestly, it's amazing to like bump into fans I recognize,
Oh, yeah.
to see folks, and honestly to be back in person. It's something we haven't gotten to do a whole lot of, and as Todd was just saying, you can really feel the energy from the fans, how excited they are, how much they're looking forward to it.
There's a lot of buzz about
Honestly,
this,
it makes it a lot
100%.
of fun. Yeah, it's a really special place for that, I think. But so many of the fans that are here today and watching from home are just kind of waited with bated breath for what's to come for Starfield. But these last few days ahead of launch, what do they tend to look like for you and for the rest of the team?
It's in some ways it's probably the most difficult part of a campaign. Because number one, how close it is. Number two, the amount of work that our teams right now, and shout out to all of those folks who
Bug
are
fixing.
number one, crushing it, doing an amazing job with the trailer at ONL last night, and everything that's been a part of this campaign. They are working so hard.
It was a cool trailer. It didn't really give us anything new, though.
Given the game to a bunch of people, to press, to influencers, and you don't really know what they think or how they're feeling, and so
yes, the review copies are out, aren't they?
Try and focus on the things that we can control.
First impressions are popping up in the wild.
We're just so excited for next week and to get this into people's hands.
I mean, I personally kind of love that confidence of being able to hand it off to press and reviewers and influencers fairly early for what most games marketing tends to do. Like, to me, that speaks like, we love what we've done with this game. It's now time for you guys to really have a go with it.
They've been very selective with what they've shown.
There's really not an amount of time that I'm comfortable enough of like, now you've played enough Starfield to get what this game is, because like I'm at 150, 160 hours on my current playthrough, and like, I haven't even come close to like, there is so much stuff I have intentionally not
I'm going to be in this game for decades, just like Baldur's Gate 3.
We try and tell everybody how big this game is, and the folks that are playing it, like, one of the few things they will tell us is, you weren't kidding how big. Like, I can't believe how
it's
big
just
like, it's
to land on a planet and go and explore. That's
like, no matter how you want to play, there is so much.
Customizing your spaceship. That's what I want.
And we'll talk about
I can't wait.
I just kind of want to know why it was so important to bring the experience of Starfield that you have to this audience right here at Gamescom.
I mean, for one thing,
because it releases in 2 weeks.
Our games have always done really well in Germany. It's obviously, it's a really well-known PC market, and we obviously came from being an indie PC developer and publisher before we were anything else. But this audience and role-playing games and what they mean in Germany, it's a very popular genre, and across Elder Scrolls and Fallout.
Yeah, they're big in Europe, these kind of things.
It's got a really big following in this territory, and for all the folks who come to Cologne who aren't in Germany, and we just felt like this close to launch to try and do something special for them, to sort of surprise and delight, and to just be here and to take pictures or have a conversation or whatever.
It's cool
want to make sure that they feel as special as they are.
Seem to
cool for me to see
make it like they just walk around and talk to fans, and that's really cool.
We got the Series X console wrap, we got the Constellation Edition watch, and that helps me feel at least like we're so tangible. It's like it's right there. I can even like grab it. We're so close to launch.
Plus, it's really good like shopping for birthdays. Oh, I want that. I need that.
Yeah, you've got the watch on already. Yeah, I'm jealous. Trust me.
I love the watch. We're really excited.
Yeah, that watch, man. Ridiculous prices on eBay.
The way in which Xbox has
it's a cool T-shirt he's got. Actually, I don't love the cat ears thing. It's actually a cool T-shirt.
Is the best piece of hardware. Like, they are so good.
I would love that controller. I can't afford it.
Full credit to that team.
I can't justify it.
Xbox,
I'd love that controller, though.
They have stepped up and supported and amplified Starfield in every way possible. Has been just awesome to be a part of. We're so pleased for all of the support that they've given us.
You're just helping me dress my entire house in Starfield stuff at this point, so I'm happy.
Yeah, there's the headset, there's the console wrap as well. They announced a couple of days ago.
You had a new trailer last night at Opening Night Live. Todd came
so
on
much
stage to chat a bit more about what that opening sequence looks like that players can expect. But why don't you catch us up more on the news of the day, really, for Starfield?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I want to say, I am a few weeks away, whatever the number is, 6 or 7, from 24 years at this company. Wow. That is the best trailer we've ever made, and I will have words with anybody who says otherwise. It is my favorite thing. I had absolutely nothing to do with that trailer. Full disclosure, that is my team. That is Aaron Losey's team going out and making that happen. And
get your flowers, guys.
The tone that it hits, the way that it hits that feel of not just what it's like to play the game, but sort of the hopefulness, the lifting others up.
So
I think it's brilliant.
As the head of the studio, he has to be super hyped about their next release.
Something Xbox has never offered that look really great.
I genuinely do think that he is excited about this. I genuinely do think that he's put 150 hours in the game. I genuinely do believe that he is enjoying his time with this game and that he believes what he's saying. I've got no reason not to trust him.
We're a go whether we're ready or not, so everybody.
And I just think it's this amount of passion that you see from the people who make the game, who see it day in, day out. I love seeing it. I love seeing their excitement of getting all their hard work for the last 5-10 years out
games
the
of
door
any kind, you know,
and in
it's
the
a
public's
finite number
hands.
for
I love
anybody
seeing
in
it.
development or publishing, but for something like this, for as special as it is, for as long as I've been here, and to see what these different launches are, you can tell when something special is happening, and I think Starfield is that. And you know, I really have tried to emphasize.
That's
to our
Jusant in the
teams, like,
background.
amidst all of the hard work, like, please find time to enjoy this, because you never know when you get another.
We'll be
chance
seeing
to
more
be a part of
Jusant
something
this week.
special as this.
Talking about the stewardship that you and Todd have over this team to bring something like Starfield to players out there, and it often gets described as, oh, it's an open world game, but that feels like a bit of a disservice because it's not just the one world, it's thousands that we can explore and just sprawling.
It's an open galaxy game. Is that the new term?
Real good portion of the galaxy.
Like the Star Wars game that's coming out by Massive.
Such an endeavor as that, where it's an
open galaxy game.
scale that we've seen and all the detail as well.
Yeah,
Open galaxy RPG.
As you all have seen, as you watched how we've talked about Starfield, it really required us to push ourselves in terms of how do you get the rest of the world to wrap its head around a game
just
of
flying
this
around
size
in
and
space,
scope. I mean, it is
looking at the
literally-
planets, the
it
sun,
feels
how
when
it
you're playing
shines off the
almost like there are a
planets,
bunch of
maneuvering
different
around them,
games inside of one game, and I get to decide how much
dropping
time I
an
wanna
atmosphere.
spend
And
in a
alright,
way
in
that
Starfield
you haven't
it's
really seen in a
scripted.
Fallout or
It's a
Skyrim.
cutscene and then you'll land and then you're on the ground. But just being able to go off and explore.
Picking flowers in the Elder Scrolls, like, yes, you can, but it doesn't feel as wholly different as like the entire space game that exists, the entire live on a planet, just like the freeform exploration, the combat, the which factions taking sides, the player. It's just amazing to see it all, how it all comes together. But explaining that to folks in a way that is digestible, you know, it's how you end up with something like Starfield Direct, which, I mean, it's basically a feature film that we created just to explain to folks and to talk with folks about. Not just explain what the game is, but do it in a way that I just thought was really authentic, and hearing from the people making it, how they think
The
about
direct
both
was great.
creating it, how they think about playing it, and seeing the way that resonated with players.
I think it's still up on the
was
channel,
really
actually.
special.
One thing that really grabs me, I think, is the love that's being poured into like Radiant Quest systems and just allowing those new and unique experiences for people to have, no matter where they are in the galaxy, whether they are just flying around in space, whether they are out there just maybe mining some rocks or looking at new fauna, flora, etc. It's a really cool way to
Ship customization is going to be so much fun.
They perhaps weren't searching for, but now they're being like collided into, and it's just juicy. You want to dive.
And then because we made an irresponsibly large game, we take it to another level that I think, and this is one of the things I'm looking for. We've seen it ourselves. Like, I was just talking to a couple of folks from our Benelux office who were like, you know, they've both played, you know, about the same amount of time, like, you know, 40 hours or 60 hours, but their experiences were like, we didn't do any of the same things at all, like not even close.
That's a Bethesda game.
With that, and then the whole, like, locations aren't the same for every person. Like what you and I find going to explore this planet, I can't just tell you, you should go here and land here and find this. Like, yeah, that might not be there for you. Like, you get to find and have
So you regenerate stuff.
that truly feels like your own in a way that I think folks are going to really enjoy and appreciate.
Yeah,
I'm nervous, but I really want to see
in
it.
The Starfield Direct, like you mentioned, I mean, Jamie Mallory literally coming out and saying, "Oh, well, hold my sandwich. I'm grabbing them all here," and it does speak to that unique way that every player can tackle whatever situation they do come across, or even just back down to character creation, and that jumping off point of deciding, here's what I'm going to start off as. I have no idea where that journey is going to take me and how it might change me as a player, me as a character in this game, and it's all really fascinating. But what are the sorts of way that you tend to play it? I mean, I know you've poured in some time now, but
well, look, when we're in this phase and like leading up, I don't play like I would, like I don't play like I'm about to when I get back home. Where like, okay, now I'm going to start like this is Pete's
you got a job to do right now.
Up to this point, it's been Bethesda's character, and sort of the way I've approached it is sort of testing. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been interacting with our players playing Bethesda Game Studio stuff for a long time, so we know how they think. And I talked to Jamie after.
Do you really?
And she's like, I don't get this. Like, why is this such a thing? And I said, Jamie, what you did is you tapped into the silliness factor that like you sort of tend to forget. Like, you talk about Starfield, and but it's still fun. Like, it's supposed to be about fun, and you put your finger sort of right on the pulse of the kind of nonsense that our players love to get up to, because we make a game that is about freedom, right? Like,
gonna loot
we
all the
embrace
sandwiches.
chaos. We give players more freedom than I think in a game like this than people
Always
really
embrace
dare
chaos.
to in their games. Like, that's part of what makes Starfield special. And look, that
Yeah.
creates situations that we have to do a lot of work to make sure, like, this doesn't break, this doesn't create problems. But the payoff for that and like what players are allowed to do, like, wait, I can do this? Like, I can spend all my time doing something as ridiculous as this? Yes, like, if that's what you want the game to be about, that's what you should do. But we want you to go and push
The sandwiches
and
look better
try
than Cyberpunk
all of the
food.
different ways, because it's really not about like our story or how we want you to play. It's about how you want to play. So when I play, I spend time, like, I'm going to spend a week and not land on a planet. Like, what's it like to just be in outer space, spend all my time in outer space, landing on star stations, derelict
That's
ships, doing all this
cool.
stuff. And then I'll be like, okay, now I'm going to go land in this city, and I want to see how long I can spend not leaving this city. Like, how many factions can I find? How many quests can I do? And I'll get to decision points where it's like, look, you're about to, like, you have to pick a side here.
Yeah.
And I'll make a save, and like, I'm going to play this way, and I'm going to go 2 hours down the road just to see, like, how does that feel? And then rewind and play it 2 hours the other direction, just because I want to know, like, what should our players expect? How does this, and just trying to do
That's
that in as
cool.
many ways as possible. Just land on a random planet and just start walking. Like, what's this like? How fun is this? And the more of it you do, the more you find, like, there's 1,000 hours in this version of the game alone. Like, if you don't even touch it, it's crazy. And like, my one piece of advice to folks is, do not ignore your activities. Like, that's almost, it feels like throwaway
it's gonna
stuff
be
that
tough.
the game is giving you. Like, there is some amazing stuff in there that doesn't even feel like a real quest, but like will take you to some amazing places and amazing stories. We encourage you to play this like any BGS game, which is like, do what you want, go where you want, test the game, you know, be the kind of
Side
player,
quest,
the kind of
side
person you want
quest,
to be in this
side
world,
quest.
and see what happens.
I get chills thinking about what I'm going to get up
It's
to.
going to be a lot. We
honestly.
cannot wait to see all the
I am
stories and how
purposefully not
people
thinking about a character
choose
until
to-
we get
to
in there day
express
one.
themselves in this game. It's going to be amazing.
Or
I got
day
one more question.
6,
I, just
I
have
guess
to
it
ask.
will
Okay, I
be.
know you're a fan.
But I just want to enjoy all of it.
Yes.
No, you idiots. Arsenal aren't going to win the league.
Gotta
Remember
believe.
though, you guys can play Starfield day and
The
date on
ballers.
Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass starting September
Gunners
6th.
fans,
But if you can't
sorry.
wait that long like me, early
gotta
access
hear
is
it.
going to kick off on August the 31st
You
with
bottlers.
the Digital Premium Edition, Digital
Enough football
Premium
stuff.
Upgrade, or the Constellation Edition.
I can't
Coming
wait for-
up, we've
I
got
can't wait for
Blizzard here to
Starfield.
talk Diablo 4. We're celebrating 10 years of ID at Xbox titles, and Phil Spencer himself is going to stop by and talk
We'll
new
cover
releases
Phil.
and what he can't wait for fans to experience here at Gamescom.
Is that it? PC get right. Okay, so
I love this part.
is this a Starfield trailer or is this a PC Game Pass trailer?
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
It's both. We'll kill this now. That's it for Starfield. I genuinely cannot wait to just get my hands on it. I don't want to read any reviews. I don't want to read anyone's impressions because I'm going to play a totally different way to how 99% of other people play. Potentially, I'm not thinking about characters. I'm not thinking about factions. I've not even looked into the factions. I've not watched any of the videos. I don't want to see any of the trailers. I want to just go in. 6th of September, we press the live button on Todd Plays Games. We're on the main menu screen. We press start and we see where it takes us. That's how I want to start Starfield. We build a character that is we build a Todd, basically. I don't know what his intelligence will be, but we're going to build a Todd. Anything like Baldur's Gate 3, it's going to be a wild ride as a character. But I'm going to go in, we're going to roleplay it to a point. We're going to make choices that would fit the kind of character that I'm playing. It might just be, this is what I would do in this situation. It might be a little bit more nuanced than that. I don't know. But we're going to go in to Starfield with a completely open mind and just see where the stars take us. Customize ships, build a crew, build a character who is whatever professions that we want, level whatever skills we want. We're going to learn the game, we're going to enjoy the game. That's what these games are about. We've been waiting so long. As an Xbox fan, I've been waiting so long for a good Xbox game. An Xbox exclusive that I can genuinely say I am excited for and I cannot wait to just get my hands on. And Starfield, I think it's going to deliver. Maybe not at launch. Maybe it's going to take 6 months for them to iron some of the bugs out. But I think it's going to be a great experience. I don't think it's going to have any real Cyberpunk 2077 PS4, Xbox One console issues, because it's a next gen. It's high-end PCs, ideally, but it's next gen. The biggest downside is it's locked to 30 frames per second on a Series X console, which it shouldn't be. There's no reason for it to be. But that's the Xbox ecosystem. But honestly, I don't care about frames per second. If it's a good game, if it's an engaging game, if it's a fun game, I will be there and I will enjoy it. And I'm going to share that journey with you over on the other channel. I can't wait. I genuinely cannot wait. I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to be back with some more. What have we got picked out today? Obviously, the Phil Spencer interview. I've seen an article about Final Fantasy where he's asked a question about what's happening with Final Fantasy Remake, Final Fantasy 16. So we're gonna look at that. We're going to see what he said, and we also have 33 Immortals that we're going to cover from day one. So stay tuned to the channel. There's going to be more things coming over the next couple of days as more news comes out of Gamescom. Thank you very much for watching.